starting with Celestia TIA. Absolutely crazy. $4.40 is now also ranked 78 based on the circulating market cap. Based on the fully diluted market cap, $4.4 billion US, actually overtook Atom. So Celestia right now, at least based on the fully diluted, is the biggest Cosmos chain and has massive potential also to remain that for a long time. But I actually want to say that this airdrop that we got, Cosmonauts got, Atom and Osmo stakers, is a massive gift. And I know you that are watching this video right now, you are not an airdrop Karen. You're not that person that always complains, oh my God, it's just this dust airdrop. It's not worth a lot of money in USD. Fuck this, fuck that. No, you are grateful, even for the small amounts of money. And that's why you deserve this big airdrop, this big juicy airdrop that for most people meant decent four-figure airdrops. So congratulations for your mindset, for the correct mindset in this case. And I think there's a couple more airdrops that are coming up in the Cosmos ecosystem for the Atom community, especially, that you don't want to miss out, right? Especially if you missed out on TIA, you don't want to miss out on the next one, right? So Cosmos airdrop video coming on this YouTube channel in a couple of weeks. It's always a lot of work to put this together, but we already started working on it. So watch out for that. But Celestia TIA, as much as I'm excited about it, they just launched. It's a very hot ball right now. If you look at the charts, it's just been going up ever since it broke out from this $2.30, $2.50 range. And it's reached a peak of $4.50. Now it's at $4.40, so pretty much at the peak. So I would wait and see. Obviously, the Celestia ecosystem also has to establish itself. It has to flourish. We need to see rollups. There's a lot of promising rollups that are already there. But now it's all about adoption and building products. Yet, I personally think Celestia, for the next bull run, has the potential to become a $100 billion protocol. Now, it might sound crazy, but it's actually not that crazy at all. If you look at what Cardano did in 2021, they reached a $100 billion market cap. And let's be honest, Cardano, I don't know if you've been using it recently or if you have followed it over the years. I've been following it since October of 2017. And I don't see how Cardano is justifying that $100 billion market cap in September of 2021. I see absolutely no reason for that, besides the fact that they have amazing marketing narrative networks that they have built. But from a fundamental perspective, I think projects like Celestia can actually achieve the same thing. And also we have to think that the tide always gets much higher. The tide of the entire crypto space always gets much higher. In the next bull run, we're going to have a lot more billionaires, a lot more funds, a lot more retail all around the world to talk and invest into crypto. Now, let's talk about the Cosmos Hub and Atom, currently at $9.45, also up around 5%. Still a little bit, still far away actually from the all-time high of $44.45. But we're now seeing that the halving proposal is on chain for voting. The turnout right now is only 15%. We're seeing SG1 and Allnodes, which are two big validators that have voted no for this. If you've been following this channel, you knew that this was coming. And I tried to aggregate as much feedback as possible. My personal conclusion is that the majority of the community wants to reduce the inflation. Many people are saying that a halving might be too abrupt and might be too big. However, it also outlines here in the proposal, which, by the way, I helped write. So I helped to write this proposal. And I'm personally in favor of the Atom halving. But I think what people don't understand is that reducing the inflation to 10% does not necessarily mean that you're halving also your staking APR, right? So based on these calculations, the max inflation rate down to 10%, it would bring down the staking APR to around 13.4% from 19%, which is still extremely high compared to other chains in the ecosystem, other L1s, sorry, in crypto. So we're still way above benchmark. There's studies from Blockworks Research saying that the Atom community is basically overpaying for security. Now, just make up your own mind, vote, and don't start any dramas. There's no reason to turn this into a political debate, which I know some people like to do. It's very straightforward. Do you want it or not? Yes or no? And then let's move on and let's improve the hub in the future. It's nothing more than that. It's not anything else than that, right? So let's just keep it as it is and be respectful, be nice. There's no need to put anyone into camps, to label anyone like this or that. Doesn't make any sense. It's just an absolute waste of time, energy, and resources. So just vote and move on. That's also what we're going to be doing. We're moving on to Osmosis, up 15.5%, 64 cents right now, which is a nice bounce. I think almost a 3x from the lows. Yeah, it was a 22 cents. So that's exactly, almost exactly a 3x from the lows. And in my personal opinion, Osmosis has huge upside potential. The all-time high here was $12, which obviously was crazy for Osmo in the last bull run. But in my view, fully diluted valuation of 200 million is absolutely ridiculous. This is easy 10x material, in my personal opinion. It can also go to zero tomorrow like this, but Osmosis, still outside the top 100, is severely undervalued. So this is just some recovery, a relief pump, nothing more than that. On the other hand, we have Quasar QSR, which I'm an advisor to. We're also running a validator. By the way, this counts for all the coins that I'm talking about today. I'm either invested, we're running validators, all these kind of things. So you can say, Cito, you're biased, or Cito, you have skin in the game. You talk about where you have your money and where you have stake in the network. Quasar is one of these, and it's at 5 cents right now, my friends. So we've been talking about this literally since testnet. I made a video about this last week where I talk about how it's just probably going to be one of the stars in the next bull run. And the stars are aligning. 5 cents, $30 million fully diluted valuation, which is still nothing, to be quite honest. But it's been breaking out of this nicely. There's also now volume coming in, and QSR as a token is gaining more and more steam. Quasar itself obviously has fast growing TVL, which as a DeFi protocol is important, especially for a DeFi protocol that focuses on asset management, decentralized asset management. So Quasar, in my opinion, one of the big stars for the next bull run. Also Stargaze, I want to talk about Stargaze. It's slowly waking up, 1.3 cents, up 14% today. And in my personal view, Stars is also one of those coins that will pull a 10, 20x simply because it's massively undervalued, simply because the team is very strong. There's community culture, there's strong product market fit, great branding, and this thing is just going to pop. In my personal view, obviously no financial advice, you're old, mature enough to invest your own money, but this, in my view, is an absolute no-brainer. Like if you want to invest into Cosmos and you think holding Atom is enough, you're doing it wrong. You need to have exposure to the NFT marketplace in Cosmos, to the DeFi protocols, to the DEXs, to the perps exchanges, to other L1s or other smart contract platforms. You need to have those exposures. Talking about other smart contract platforms in Cosmos, Agoric is definitely one that you should also put on your watch list. Up 2%, 15 cents right now. In my view, also severely undervalued, and it hasn't really pumped. It hasn't pumped at all. It had a low of around 8 cents here a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and now only slowly starting to wake up. But we're pretty much hovering around the absolute lows here. And for a smart contract platform of that size, of that caliber, $160 million fully diluted market cap is nothing. And you get a 10% staking APR, which, by the way, for all the coins I just went through, TIA has 20% staking APR. Atom right now, 19 or 20%. Osmosis, 10%. Quasar, I think, also has around 8 or 7%, something like that. And also Agoric has around 10%. So you can also stake and compound, lower your entry price, or just increase your coin count, whatever way you want to see it. But BLD, in my view, definitely something you need to put on your watch list. Alongside also Sommelier SOMM, 4% up, almost 16 cents, but still, in my view, severely undervalued. $80 million market cap, which is absolutely nothing. So yeah, this is also something to put in your watch list. They have a real yield of, I think it's 6 or 7% as well, APR if you stake it. And in my view, SOMM is also going to pull a 10-20x in the bull run. Now, I'm by the way not saying that we are in the bull run right now. I'm not saying that this is happening in the next couple of weeks. I think we had a little bounce and relief right now. Right now, I think I would rather wait for this rally to cool off a little bit and then find decent entry prices. But in cases like Sommelier or even Agoric BLD that haven't really pumped yet, I think the entry prices might actually be not that bad as compared to something like Thorchain or Injective or Kujira that have just pulled 10 or 15x's, just to put things into perspective. Another coin that is of this new generation Cosmos coins is Picasso PICA. I just had a great meeting with the team here in Dubai. We had dinner. We also recorded a video that is on my channel. You can watch it right now. And fully diluted market cap of $22.8 million. This was at 6-7 million fully diluted for a long time. We've been doing a lot of content since 2 years now around Picasso. They've been also channel sponsors for a couple of months, and I'm also an advisor to them. And I think Pica is just severely undervalued as well, right? So obviously now this is a coin where I would say right now might not probably be the best entry point. That was 2 weeks ago. But wait for this thing to cool off a little bit and see if you can get a good entry here. They also just get listed right now on Gate.io. So that's the first centralized exchange listing. Right now, main liquidity is on Osmosis and also on their native DEX Pablo, which is on Picasso, which is their Kusama parachain. But in a full interview I did with them, if you want to learn more about Picasso, you'll understand everything. How it works, what's the architecture, value accrual for Pica, and these kind of things. So trading starts at 8 a.m. I guess that's Dubai time, 17 hours from now. So yeah, if you're on Gate or you want centralized exchange liquidity, then that's the place for you. Another coin in Cosmos that's waking up is UX Chain, formerly known as UMEE. So they're rebranded and up 28% today, but still fully diluted valuation extremely low, below $40 million. But the UMEE team is very strong. I had a call with them recently to see where they're standing, how they come out of this bear market, and there's nothing changed on their vision. So I talked to Brent, and he's as committed as always to make UMEE great. And I believe that there's obviously a lot of challenges, but as a lending protocol in Cosmos, UMEE is UMEE is well positioned to capture value. The same counts also for Mars protocol, which I think is also one of those new generation Cosmos coins that has huge upside in the next bull run. And Mars is also a lending platform, XTerra. I think a lot of XTerra projects, by the way, are going to pump in the next bull run, right? We have Mars, obviously Kujira. We have Prism that is launching very soon. We have Levana, Terra itself, and many more. I mean, there's a long list of Terra projects that are now in Cosmos. But yeah, Mars has been going down only in the bear market, really bad. Now relieved a little bit from the lows of 3.2 cents, is now at 11.5, but still, in my view, very undervalued. And the fact that Delphi Digital is incubating this, or behind the project basically, Delphi has not only massive resources on their own, but also strong networks and ties to big names in the industry. So I wouldn't bet against them. Thorchain RUNE, which has been up only as well, ranked 41, up 22%, above $5 right now. And Thorchain is, to be honest, some people say it's not a Cosmos coin because they don't have IBC enabled. For me, it is a Cosmos coin. It's built on a Cosmos SDK. and they are just yeah, they're just doing their own thing. I don't think they necessarily brand themselves as a Cosmos project, but that's also totally fine. That's not even needed, right? Same as Celestia. Celestia is also not involved in every discussion or involved in everything that's happening in Cosmos. They are building their own thing, right? That's also the whole point of Cosmos, is that you have full sovereignty. You can do whatever you want. But under the hood, you're still aligned on the technology and aligned on the philosophy. But now let's look into the top 100. What are the biggest Cosmos coins? Well, number one, we have actually Kronos. Kronos is a Cosmos SDK built EVM compatible chain that implements Ethermint, developed by the evmos team. $2.8 billion market cap, actually flipped Atom recently. Then of course Atom, $2.76 billion market cap. Then we scroll down, we have Thorchain, that's number 3. Injective, number 4, it's also Cosmos. Then we scroll down. Kava, number 5. Celestia, number 6. Then we have DYDX, which is now migrating. So the chain is live, but they're migrating right now into the DYDX chain. So this is still mostly ETH DYDX, but DYDX mainnet already launched. So that's 7. And then we could also say Luna Classic, even though I don't really know why they are still around, to be honest, but $500 million market cap, but that's also a Cosmos coin, right? And then, so that's 7. And if we go on page 2, we can see we've got Terra up here. We also got Kujira up here. We've got Osmosis up here, ranked 123. I think those will all enter the top 100. And then you scroll down, Sane Network is here, Akash Network is here on page 2. All these coins, Axelar. In my view, they will also all enter the top 100 on CoinGecko. So in my view, and this is really the point here, is to share the diversity of the Cosmos ecosystem, how big it actually is, because I think most people are not really aware, and you know how well positioned Cosmos is for the next bull run. We got it all, from DeFi to NFTs, from infrastructure to AI. You just need to find your flavor, your community, and become part of the, become part of Cosmos. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little bull run, this little relief rally that we're in right now. Stay safe, be good. And by the way, if you're in Dubai, December 9th, we're going to do Atom Dubai, round 3. More details coming soon. Stay safe and be good. I'll see you.